The 14th of November was commemorated as Gender Day at the COP27 Climate Summit in Egypt. The Gambian delegates, especially women, participated in a wide range of forums addressing the role women play in climate resilience and how it affects their sustenance and livelihoods, especially in countries of the Global South. The Honorable Gender Minister, Fatou Kinte, was invited to the UAE Pavilion, where she discussed how sea level rise affects the yields of smallholder women farmers, making them the most vulnerable to climate change.
Over the years, the Gambia has suffered drought, erratic rainfall, and floods. Women and girls were the most hardly hit, and this has amplified the existing gender inequalities and poses unique threats to their livelihoods, health, and safety. In places where water is low, women and girls spend hours fetching water. In some parts of CRR North, horses and donkeys were used to fetch water from very deep wells.
Fatou Ndege has been a senior gender negotiator of the Gambia for several decades. She spoke to us on the importance to advocate for women's participation in decision-making processes and how crucial it is for adaptation.
Gender is very important across all the climate change negotiations because it cuts across everything. So we are negotiating, we had the Gender Action Plan, which was in Madrid, and it was adopted in Madrid. And then COP26 in Glasgow mandated us to review the Gender Action Plan. And this Gender Action Plan we were reviewing from Bonn up to now, because we need to have the implementation of the activities that are contained within the action plan.
Beatrice Mboch is the Executive Director of the Gambian Women's Chamber of Commerce and Industry. She spoke to us on how Gambian women must put climate change on the forefront of all business models, as it morphed into a phenomenon that affects them the most.
So private sector, particularly women-owned businesses, and when I say women-owned businesses, I don't only refer to the older women, but also the youth. There are young women who also own businesses. And we now, what the plan is for the Gambia Women's Chamber of Commerce is to begin to reorient women-owned business towards climate change so that they understand the implications of climate change. If you are in horticulture or farming and there's drought, you don't have enough water for your plants, again, it's going to seriously affect your business.
Young activist Fatou Jeng was also invited to the Swedish Pavilion, where she shared with a panel of experts, discussing how she learned the harsh effects of climate change firsthand from her mother, who is a smallholder rural farmer losing most of her yields to erratic rainfalls.
It is women that actually constitute the majority in the agricultural workforce. And when the impacts of climate change occurs, it is these people that are affected because we understand that they depend on the natural environment for their sustenance and their ways of livelihoods. And over the years, we've been seeing how the impacts of climate change has been affecting especially the agricultural sector, where we have been receiving a very low yield and also seeing land degradation. We've been also seeing pollution among other impacts of climate change, which is affecting obviously groups or communities like women and women farmers.
The United Nations and its sister organization urges governments and communities to empower women, considering the significant role they play in households and in the social-economic fabric of communities and countries. Reporting for GRTS News in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, I'm by Ibrahim Cham.